Hi everyone, welcome back to Talk Tottenham. Let's get into the predicted lineups and how Ange Postecoglou will handle going up against Mauricio Pochettino at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League on Thursday. Now, the first thing Ange has to deal with is the big headache he has now at left back. Ben Davies, who started the last match against Arsenal, picked up an injury. In addition to our normal first choice left back, Udogie, they're both out for the season, as is Ryan Sessegnon, who, to be fair, has missed almost all of this season. So 3 left backs in the squad, all injured. Who does he play there? Well, we know Ange doesn't like to deviate from his preferred tactics and system. So he has to find someone that will play that left back role as well as they can in the way that he got Udogie to do it. We saw against Arsenal that Davies was not playing a different role to Udogie. He was trying to emulate him. So who do we have in the squad that can do that job? Well, there are 2 real candidates. There's Mickey van der Ven, who has in the past in the Bundesliga played at left back. We know he's got the ability on the ball. We know he's got the pace. We know he has the game intelligence to do that role. The other player is Emerson Royal, who we have already seen under Ange play the left back role. Yes, he isn't quite as comfortable on the ball as Udogie, but he has filled in and Ange does trust him there. Now, a lot of fans are going to be shouting to play Van der Ven there in order to give Dragusin a game at centre-back. However, I do think that Ange will want to keep Romero and Van der Ven together at centre-back. We've seen Van der Ven's recovery pace being used almost in every game to bail us out with our high line. It's not going to be so easy to use that if he's caught forward with our fullbacks almost playing as 10s at time. Then it's going to leave Romero and Dragusin back there, and without Van der Ven's recovery pace, we'll get caught out even more. So I really do think he'll play Romero and Van der Ven at centre-back, and it'll be Emerson Royal, I think, filling in at left-back, with Porro at right-back, and of course Vicario in goal. In midfield, it's always a dilemma. Bissouma got dropped last game, and Højbjerg came in. He played Højbjerg, Bentancur, and Maddison in the last match. And to be fair to the midfield trio, even though Maddison was quite ineffectual in breaking down Arsenal's very deep defensive block, it's hard to see how he changes Maddison there. I know we want to see Lo Celso get more minutes. He hasn't shown any signs of giving Lo Celso a start recently. So I do think Maddison will play again in the 10. In the 8 and the 6 roles, though, it's anyone's guess. Højbjerg, Bissouma. We have Bentancur and Sarr. I think he'll bring in Sarr for this match with his fresh legs now, having not started last match. And I think he'll go back to Bissouma. I thought Højbjerg had a decent game, but nothing special. And of course, the big mistake for the own goal on the set piece. So I think it will be Bissouma, Sarr and Maddison, which is the midfield trio that he's played the most, Ange. And then as for the front 3, we were desperate to see Richarlison start the North London derby. And when he came on, he had a massive impact. He was a nuisance to the centre-backs of Arsenal. He pressed, and it was his pressing that in the end caused the mistake from Bryan that got the goal for Romero that got us back in the game. I think as long as he's fit enough and it's not a risk, Richarlison surely must start as the number 9, allowing Sonny to play really in his strongest position on the left-hand side. And then the question is, who'll play on the right? Now, we know Timo Werner is ruled out for the rest of the season injured. So really it's a straight shootout, especially with Solomon out injured as well, between Dejan Kulusevski and Brennan Johnson. Now, Brennan Johnson was dropped for the North London derby, surprisingly, as he's been in decent form of late. Kulusevski came in and had one of his best games in recent times. He was good on the ball and probably our biggest creative threat, more so than Maddison. So I think he'll keep Kulusevski on the right-hand side and use Brennan as a pacey substitute option, especially as we'll have Werner to perform that role. And later on the match, especially with a lot of injuries that Chelsea have, they're not going to be able to freshen up their team from the bench. A really pacey, dynamic option from the bench could be the key later on in the game to open up the Chelsea defence. What do you think? Who do you think Ange is going to go for? And how do you think we're going to fare at the Bridge after the disappointment in the North London derby? Please make sure to check out via the description Ange's pre-match press conference and also the full team news that I've posted. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And as always, come on you Spurs.